Well, we finally welcome you into game number 2 here in Baxter. Upperman winning the first game 8-4, taking down Cumberland County and moving into the semifinal round where they will play the winner of this game right here between Stone Memorial and White County. About to get underway in the bottom of the first. White County goes down in order in the top half of the first. Tied is Bisbee. Clean inning to work, 3 up, 3 down, a strikeout, fly out, and a pop out. It's Stone Memorial's turn here in the bottom of the first. Tell the tape, Stone Memorial, the number 2 seed, although 12-14 on the year, and lost 2 games to this White County team just last week in that final week of the regular season in district play. This White County team, 11-15. They have won 3 games in a row, and we expect this one to be a pretty fun one.
Yeah, it should be as well. You know, White County, red hot. They had a little blip, but they lost 7 in a row that kind of bookended 2 winning streaks, and they're entering today's game on one of those win streaks. In the first inning, 10 spot for them a day ago, so already a slower start for White County. They're looking for a good outing on the mound, similar to what they got in their first game against Stone Memorial last week in that sweep for White County. This district, we've mentioned it over and over again, 2 for 6, up for grabs every given night. We expect this game to be similar. Either team could win by any amount, and I don't think it would surprise anybody in the ballpark.
Bottom of the first once again, a little bit late start, had some technical difficulties. We're back and going now. Here in Baxter, game number 2, Stone Memorial, White County. White Dilt's on the mound for the White County Warriors. He got the start against the Stone Memorial team the last time out in game number 1. 3 2/3. He only allowed 1 hit, but 3 runs came across. 2 of them earned, 4 strikeouts and 2 walks. They were able to manufacture some runs against him, but White County able to get the win 4-3 in that ball game as they were able to get more runs on the other side. Griffin Templeton, the shortstop, leads it off for the Panthers. First pitch into him, a little high and inside from White Dilts.
And White Dilts got a little pop on the fastball there, and so White County team, the pitching has been there for them since they've really turned it on. They've had some really strong performances on the mound. They need one here in a postseason matchup, especially considering the nonsense that is this bracket. We didn't really pick up on it until in between games, but we have now. You really, really need to win this baseball game when you consider the bracket and how it is. It is not your traditional double elimination. I'm fired up about it. I'll rant about it, I'm sure, at some point. But this is a huge game. You win this game, you're in a great position. You lose it, and you're going to have to run a ridiculous gauntlet to try and save your season.
It's 2-0 here to Templeton, the leadoff man for the Panthers. Dilts brings it home. He gets the called strike on the inside corner. He's been working that inside part on those first 3 pitches. Finally gets the call. And it's 2-1. The lineup for the Panthers today, Templeton leads it off. Talon Hurd in the on-deck circle. Gage Eldridge will bat 3rd. Titus Bisbee is the cleanup batter. Kyle Hinch bats 5th. Tanner Bowman bats 6th. The 7th batter, Schaefer Sitton, as this one is grounded to shortstop. And that one bounces off the glove of Pianchi at short. And that's going to be an E6 there at shortstop, and the first base runner aboard for the Panthers.
It's a hard-hit ball, but one that you really would like to have. The field's in good shape. It rained a little bit in the middle of the last game for about half an inning, but that's one that you really want to have if you're White County defensively, and we've seen it time and time again in the district. Errors have been the difference between all these teams, which are very even.
Mentioned Schaefer Sitton batting 7th. Drake Scarborough bats 8th, and Cade Wilson will round it out for the Panthers today. Talon Hurd steps in for the first time with a runner on first. Shows bunt, pulls it back. Gets away from the catcher for the Warriors behind the plate today. In Kaysen Seal, and advancing up to second base will be Griffin Templeton.
And we've seen both catchers now let a ball get behind them. You didn't get to see it, unfortunately, because of the technical difficulties, but in the top half, one got away. So huge backstop here in Baxter. That leads to free bases every time if it gets behind you.
Mentioned White Dilts on the mound. Kaysen Seal behind the plate. Cole Gentry is at 3rd. Pianchi at shortstop. Second baseman is Gage Walker as that bunt is pulled back for ball 2. And 2-0 now on Talon Hurd. The first baseman today is Griffin Adams. In the outfield, Matthew Wilson plays left. Center fielder is Caden Siebers. And the right fielder is Eli Smith. Now a conversation on the mound as Kaysen Seal will trot out and have a word with his pitcher Wyatt Dilts. A 2-0 count here to Talon Hurd, who has shown bunt on these first 2, even with a runner on second base, and we know he's got a good amount of speed there. Even though he's a catcher, he started out in left field last year. He's back behind the plate this year.
That's a nice job by Kaysen Seal on that last one to grab it, kept it in front, and held the runner at second, but a couple of pitches in the dirt in a row. I want to go out and just have a word, calm everything down out there for your pitcher.
Nobody out, runner on second base. Here comes the 2-0. That one in the dirt as well. Seal stays in front and blocks it up, and it goes to 3-0 now on Talon Hurd.
And we know, we've seen it already with Hurd showing bunt. This team's going to play small ball. This Stone Memorial is going to play as much small ball as they can under head coach Stokes. So expect more of that as they move forward. Probably not out of Gage Eldridge, but everybody else is a threat to drop a bunt down.
He's still up in the box here on 3-0. He's taken the whole way, and that is going to be a walk drawn. So Talon Hurd makes his way aboard. First walk issued by Wyatt Diltz, and the first two base runners have reached for the Panthers after a quick 3-up, 3-down inning in the top half of the first for Titus Bisbee.
It's a great start for Stone Memorial. You mentioned the defensive effort they had and trying to give Sparta a little taste of their own medicine. Sparta buried DeKalb 24 hours ago in the first inning. Stone wants to get a nice early lead here, and first game in a few days for the Panthers. They look good early on.
Gage Eldridge steps in with nobody on, runners on first and second. Swinging first pitch right back up the middle. They're going to send the runner from second. Around third it comes. He will score, and the Panthers strike first in game 2.
Great piece of hitting there for Gage Eldridge. Likes the first pitch he sees on the outside part of the plate. Puts a great swing. Sends it right back where it came from into center. And still nobody out. A great start for the Panthers here in this district tournament.
Siebers a short bobble out there in center field, but running hard the whole time was the shortstop Griffin Templeton for the Panthers, scoring easily. Hurd up to third base. It's now runners on the corner still with nobody out, and already a run across after the RBI single by Gage Eldridge.
Diltz had to work through some traffic in that narrow victory a week ago against Stone, but already a better start for the Panthers than they had in that game.
Double move by Diltz, both runners getting back. Nobody out again here in the bottom of the first, and stepping in is Titus Bisbee, who's looking to help himself out on the mound after going 3-up, 3-down in the top half of the first. Runner going from first. Eldridge takes off. Bunt put down is a pretty good one. Diltz fields. He looks to first. He gets the out there. The run scores and brings it home. Does Bisbee. Gets the job done, and Eldridge up to second base.
That was a really well-executed play by Stone Memorial. The runner took off early in the form of Eldridge. Hurd came home immediately on the bunt. The bunt was perfect down the first base line. Wasn't a hit. That's the only thing that could have been better, but perfectly executed small ball to stretch the lead to 2 early on.
So the sac bunt brings home another run. It's 2-0 Stone Memorial. First out of the inning. Kyle Hinch now to the plate. He had a big fly in this field back when they played the Bees early on this season. Eldridge at second base getting a pretty good lead as that one again low, and that's where the miss has been right now for Wyatt Diltz, who was missing inside to the first batter in Griffin Templeton. Has now missed low quite a bit here in these last few.
Sun setting, it's a beautiful night. As long as we don't have another one of those pop-up showers, we should be just fine this evening.
It seems like the wind has died down a little bit as well. We saw it right in the middle, and there goes Gage Eldridge taking off for third. He got a tremendous jump, and he will take third base on the stolen bag.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Diltz has a very, very slow delivery, and Stone has clearly picked up on it. Eldridge, on the first play I mentioned on that bunt attempt, he was taking off, and as soon as that move, you can't really get out of it if you're Diltz. So it is a incredibly slow move out of the stretch. Stone has seen it now the second time they're facing him, and they're capitalizing.
He gets an aggressive lead off of third base. That pitch misses high, and it's 3-0 again, this time to Kyle Hinch. Second 3-0 counts here in the first 5 batters of the ball game for Wyatt Diltz, who's really trying to bear down and find the strike zone.
And depending on this pitch, there may be a point where we have a discussion here. Is that one misses low and ball 4, and here's the problem. Because of this bracket, which sees Livingston and DeKalb County still be alive and will play tomorrow, they kind of get a de facto bye by nature of their loss yesterday. You may see a very early move if you're in an early hole in a game like this, under 25 pitches, to have somebody available tomorrow if somebody's not working on the mound. Because if you lose today and you want to make the championship, you have to win 3 games in 2 days, and that's why you're going to see it early for Sparta. It's time for a change.
So they are going to go to the bullpen. We'll be back after this. You're watching the 7 AAA District Baseball Tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Athletics on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer with a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UC. Discover this stylish and modern 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with an open split bedroom floor plan designed for comfort and convenience. With 3,318 square feet under one roof, plus a bonus room over the garage and 1,400 square foot basement. Located in the Brookstone subdivision, this home is just minutes from Cookeville. The builder is also offering up to 3% in closing cost assistance. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145. It's an early call to the bullpen for the White County Warriors as they go to Will Thomas out of the dugout. Wyatt Dilt's day is done, only records the 1 out, 2 runs already across, and still has 2 runners on the base paths. And Noah, a big reason why is because it's not a true double elimination bracket this year. They played a game yesterday, but it was not an elimination game like it was last year.
Listen, you know I'm going to tell it like it is. This is an atrocious bracket. I mean, it's really bad. And here's why. Cumberland County, for example, wins yesterday against Livingston. They get to face Upperman. They lose to Upperman. They drop down, and they're going to face off and have to win 3 games in 2 days just to make the championship round. And DeKalb County and Livingston are still alive. So Cumberland County is going to face off against DeKalb County tomorrow. DeKalb gets a bye into that game by not having to play today. Cumberland County has to play the extra game, and they still have to win the same amount of games from here. To win the tournament, you're going to play 7 games if you go through the loser bracket in 4 days. I don't know how this happens, but it's the first time I've ever seen it. It's not good, and it forces Sparta to their bullpen early because they need Dilts tomorrow.
So runner takes off for second base. Kyle Hinch will take second base as that pitch did miss low to Tanner Bowman, who's at the plate for the first time for the Panthers.
Now, if you lose or if you win today, and you win the tournament, you're great if you go through the winner's bracket, but it puts you at a huge disadvantage.
This one swung on and drifting into foul territory. That'll go foul for the first strike to Bowman. And Will Thomas coming on. He did pitch against Stone Memorial. He actually got the save against him in that first game. He just went 1 inning and recorded 3 outs.
The reality is you'd be better off throwing yesterday's game if you're not going to win this one today. And that's a shame, but it's just the truth if you look at the bracket.
Well, White County won yesterday 14-0 in run rule fashion. They got a great day from Austin Pianchi at the plate, among others. But right now they're trailing by 2, and Will Thomas trying to bear down. He's ahead 1-2. Here's the pitch. That one called strike 3 on the outside corner. Exactly what they're looking for. Got him to look at it. First strikeout of the day for Will Thomas, and now 2 outs in the inning.
This is Sparta team has got a lot of faith in Will Thomas. Pitched a lot of innings for this squad. He's got really good stuff. You saw it there. And at 2-0, game's far from over. Dilts would have stayed in a normal game, but you have to make the move. They got a luxury in Will Thomas.
That one gets away from Seal, though, as it bounces off of his glove, and Eldridge will score the 3rd run of the game. It's a 3-0 lead for Stone Memorial. Hinch all the way up to third base.
It's been a great inning for Stone Memorial. They only have 1 hit on the board, but they've done the job. They've gotten on base, moved around. They've capitalized on some wild pitches. They've really capitalized on the slow delivery, and it's become a carousel in inning number 1.
Schaefer Sitton is at the plate for the Panthers. That one's a called strike on the inside corner, and the count goes to 1-1 with 2 away. And how big was that stolen base by Gage Eldridge as well, stealing 3rd? This one swung on, fouled off. It's back into the net for strike 2.
Thomas has done a nice job outside of the wild pitch of throwing strikes. Got the punch out. Trying to limit the damage here. 3-0. Still a lot of baseball to be played here.
And he has come in and pounded the zone. 1-2 here. Coming off the strikeout, little check swing. He went around back-to-back Ks to get out of the inning, but not before 3 runs are across for the Panthers. 3-0, end of 1. You're watching 7 AAA Baseball Tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Proudly introducing Upper Cumberland Generators for all your home power solutions. Locally owned and operated, Upper Cumberland Generators are here to make sure you have peace of mind no matter the situation. With new and reliable generators. Call 931-265-1702 for more information or to order yours today. Upper Cumberland Generators is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Top of the second here in Baxter. Jacob Vincent alongside Noah McKay. Glad to have you along, watching on Facebook, YouTube, NFHS Network as well. Wherever you're tuned in from, we appreciate you. If you're tuned in on Facebook and YouTube, make sure you like the streams, follow the pages, comment along with us. Let us know where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. White County taking on Stowe Memorial, third time this season. White County winning the 2 regular season matchups, 4-3 and 8-5, but a great start for Stowe Memorial. 3 runs across there in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, it was perfectly executed small ball by the Panthers, and now they have an early cushion looking to hang on to it. It's a Sparta offense that's really had some explosiveness over the past couple of weeks or so. They've uncorked something, so they know they need their best on the mound. It was a really good first inning. Really both ways, offensively and defensively, for the Panthers are looking to keep that going.
New head coach for him as well, acting head coach Darren Norris taking over late in the season, and they've won 3 games in a row under his tutelage. We'll see how they do here in for second game of the district tournament.
That's how you lose the acting tag. You keep winning games the way Sparta has.
Swinging first pitch in there is Cole Gentry. That'll be a foul ball and a nice pick by Coach Norris.
And it did feel like this was a Sparta team that had not reached their potential. They were losing all those games. Like, man, they're pretty talented. They may be the second most talented team in this district, and all of a sudden they've started to really roll it together.
3 wins in a row entering tonight. Obviously, the win last night paired with the 2 wins against Stowe Memorial the final week of the district regular season.
How crazy was that last week that Stone lost 2 and ended up getting the 2 seed?
Cole Gentry had a pretty good day last night. He drove in 5 runs in that 14-0 win. Behind 0-2, swings at this one high in the air, out to left, drifting back the left fielder. That one's at the wall.
He caught it.
And he makes the catch at the wall. What a catch by the left fielder, Schaefer sitting. And wait a second, it looked like he was right at it and may have had a chance. Sitting able to make the grab.
Schaefer Sitton just took away a home run. That ball kept drifting and drifting and drifting. There's some pop in that bat for Cole Gentry. And he didn't have to climb the wall, but he had to stick it up over the wall to make that catch. That's a great grab and left.
So a great catch for out number 1. First 4 in the lineup are retired. Kane Siebers, the center fielder, will step in for White County with 1 away here in the top of the second.
If you're Gentry, you got to be thinking, man, are you kidding me? This is the ballpark we're in? Because every other park in the district, that is a shot, and he's touching them all.
Yeah, 325 in the corners, 345 in the gaps. That breaking ball back up the middle. Bisbee glove throw to first in time for out number 2.
It's a great job by Titus Bisbee tracking it off the mound. He's had good stuff. Even that pitch that got sent on a ride was a pretty good one. So if you're Stone, you got to feel really good right now because, and by the way, the other side to why this game is so important, if you win this game, while some teams would have to play 7 games in 4 days, you could get out of here playing 3. If you're Stone with this lead, you're feeling really good.
First pitch from Bisbee to Colton Norris, misses upstairs. Norris is the DH today. He was DHing for Matthew Wilson, who was in left field. He came out when Diltz came out of the game. Diltz went into left. That breaking ball, foul tipped, and it's 1-1. Yeah, and you mentioned it. Upperman already into that semifinal round. They'll take on the winner of this game. If you would lose that game, again, that's at 10 or 12:30 on Saturday. You would play again on Saturday at 3 to get into that district championship game out of the loser's bracket. And you would have to face whoever comes out of that bottom side.
Yeah, the winner of this game gets into a real double elimination tournament. Right. Everybody else is in some weird conundrum thing.
Right now, Cumberland County is playing DeKalb County at 4 tomorrow, and then Livingston Academy will play the loser of this game at 7. It's 1-2 here to Colt Norris. Breaking ball, tapped left side, and that one will drift for a foul ball.
Yeah, probably fortunate for Stone that got out because it was a swinging bunt, and he was going to be safe by a long stretch. No chance for anybody to get to that in the infield, but instead, we stayed right where we were. Just 20 pitches, or 19 for Titus Bisbee, so
he was
working really well.
Really clean in the first. The strikeout was on a full count, and then 2 quick outs after that on the fly out and pop out. Ahead 1-2 here with 2 away. Bisbee brings it home. Inside, called strike 3 with the fastball. Got him to look at it. 6 up, 6 down for Titus Bisbee. Second strikeout of the day as well. 3-0. We head to the bottom of 2 with the Panthers coming back to the plate. This is the 7 AAA District Baseball Tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Turfmasters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turfmasters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Real Estate Collective is a team of experienced, licensed real estate agents serving the entire Upper Cumberland region. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, the RICO team is ready to serve you. With a focus on people over profits, you can rest assured the Real Estate Collective can help make your real estate dreams a reality. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
8-9-1 due up here for Stone Memorial in the top of the second. Already 3 runs across for them. It'll be Drake Scarborough, Cade Wilson back to the top, and Griffin Templeton. They were able to really work Wyatt Diltz, and they worked him out of the ball game early on. We explained why they was such a quick trigger on the pole. That one swung on, and shortstop Bianchi makes the play.
Great catch by Austin Bianchi at shortstop, leaping up. How about a couple of great catches, one each way here in the second.
Schaefer Sitton had one in that last inning. From Cole Gentry, took it away. And now Austin Bianchi takes one away from Drake Scarborough as Cade Wilson steps in, popped up right side, foul territory. Adams over, and it pops out of the glove.
That's a tough play. Over the shoulder, you're trying to track it in. It's got to land perfectly. It just kind of hit off like the base of the palm and went out of the glove.
You said it, kind of tailing away from you as you're running at it, and you got to track it in over the shoulder on the run, kind of like a receiver on a deep shot. Unable to haul it in. It's just strike one for Cade Wilson, the 9 batter in the lineup, and the second baseman for the Panthers with one gone. Templeton stands in the on-deck circle. He reached on the air to open up the ball game and came around to score. I should say open up the bottom of the first. 1-1 here to Wilson.
I honestly think because of the situation, this is like an elimination game. You treat it like that, and you already saw it out of Sparta. You got to go all out, whatever you can do to win this game right here, right now. It's different than what Cumberland County went through. They, I think, played that correctly as well and almost were able to steal one. But here, you got to sell out like this is the championship game.
3-1 now to Wilson. And the reason we say that, if you win today, even if you lose on Saturday, you would play another game Saturday. Here's the 3-1. That one's upstairs, and it is a walk issued to Cade Wilson. That's the first walk issued by Will Thomas here in relief.
Well, and we all live in the real world, and we saw how the regular season went. You can approach the first game Saturday kind of the way Cumberland County did today and say, hey, if we get it, great, and if we don't, we're saving our next best arm. And then you just have to win that one Saturday afternoon instead of having to win 3 between tomorrow and Saturday afternoon.
And that was the point. If you lose today, you have to win tomorrow night at 7. Then you have to win Saturday morning or afternoon to get into that 3 o'clock game. That one, the breaking ball, gets away from Seal, and taking second base will be Cade Wilson. He'll take a turn. Seal's back there, and we've seen a couple get past Seal. They've been tough to stay in front. But another runner in scoring position, still with just one out here in the inning.
He's also blocked a couple, and they're looking for Thomas to kind of dial it back in. He came in and really steadied the ship in the first, looking to find the strike zone here.
Templeton, the leadoff batter at the plate with a 1-0 count.
And if he doesn't, you may make another move. Because there's another one in the dirt. He's at 16 pitches. Yep. You may make another move before he gets to 25.
And they had Trent Wilson go yesterday. He is one of their normal guys, normal starters. He went 3 1/3 yesterday. Kane Siebers came in relief.
See Austin Bianchi maybe.
Comes the 2-0. That one also inside. Seal does a good job to stay in front. Now it's 3-0, and you just came off of walking Wilson, who stands on second base.
Yeah, I do think you may see a move if you walk back-to-back because you need guys available. You're down in a 3-0 hole already.
So Diltz get pulled quickly after allowing 3 runs across. 1 out here in the second. And that one misses for ball 4. It's going to be the second straight walk issued by Will Thomas, and runners on first and second now for Talon Hurd. And Hurd reached on a walk his first time up from Diltz, and he was showing bunts when he was first up there. We'll see if the bunt is on here with the runners on first and second.
I would suspect at some point you're going to see a bunt shown, but we'll see. Hurd's got a lot of experience there in that batter's box.
It was a great play by Bianchi to get out 1. Since then, back-to-back walks, showing bunt, pulling back, and the throw down to second is high, but Bianchi goes behind the bag to make the catch. So just ball 1 and a 1-0 count to Hurd. Appreciate Gentry's Power Equipment for being the presenting sponsor of the 7 AAA District Baseball Tournament. All tournament long. Hurd puts this one down right back up the middle. Turn to first, and the throw a little bit off, but they get the out at first base. And a nice play by Will Thomas for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, the bunt probably goes a little bit straighter than Hurd wanted it to. You want to put it up one of the baselines, but a nice job covering by Sparta defensively. And now they've got an opportunity to keep it as a goose egg, but better be ready. Gage Eldridge was swinging at the first pitch he saw for a big base hit his last time out.
He ripped it right back up the middle for the RBI single. Was able to take second base on a wild pitch and then stole third. That one's across for the breaking ball strike.
It's a great pitch because he's a sitting fastball last time. He ripped the breaking ball off, started inside, and dived it across the plate.
So 0-1 here to Eldridge with 2 away. That one swung on right side of the infield. Walker is there. The throw to first in time, and they strand a couple of runners on the base paths. And we head to the third. 3-0 lead for Stone Memorial. This is the 7 AAA District Baseball Tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teeupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Top of 3 here in Baxter. Game number 2. Winner of this game will move on to play the Upperman Bees. Coming up Saturday at 10 a.m. or 12:30. The loser will fall into the loser's bracket where, who knows? Because there's a lot that is going on. They will play Livingston Academy, whoever loses
We've
this
done
game.
a lot of sports in our lives. It's the worst bracket I've ever seen, design-wise.
It's not great.
It's really bad. Win tonight.
Win tonight.
Do everything you
makes your
can
lives
to win tonight.
so much easier. Case and Seal leads it off 7-8-9 due up here for White County.
Well, it does reward whoever wins tonight, I'll tell you
Correct.
that much.
This one is hammered by Seal. That one is out to left, and that one's going to stay in the park, not traveling quite as far. And the catch made by Schaefer sitting yet again. He took one away from Cole Gentry just a few batters ago, and that one is a quick 1-pitch, 1 out here in the third.
And we had one error in the first inning. Outside of that, the defense has been really nice. That play at the end of the last inning was not an easy play at second. A little slip on the dirt and staying with it to make the throw over. And that was big for Stone. Got him out of or big for Sparta, I should say. Get him out of a jam defensively and keep it at 3-0, which is manageable.
White Dilts, who started the day on the mound, he shows bunt and fouls that one back. Strike one. He went out to left field after he came off. Will Thomas came in for him in relief, and you mentioned it. If Will Thomas wasn't able to get out of that jam, does he get pulled to maybe save him for a tomorrow game? Obviously, he got out of it. Now you got to get runs across, and Bisbee's been really good. This bunt is put down right back to Bisbee. He's got to turn to first. A quick one. Throw is in time.
That's good baseball. That's a really good bunt down from Dilts, and then Bisbee did a great job getting it. He had to swing all the way around since he's a lefty to make that throw down, and he made a really fast, accurate throw to first.
Titus Bisbee sitting on 23 pitches through 2 2/3. 8 up, 8 down.
Yeah, that's his game, and that's the advantage for Upperman and Stone today is they've been able to throw their starters and let them go because they didn't have that game yesterday, and they know if they win, they're in a great position moving forward.
Griffin Adams steps in for the first time. That one missed high and away for ball 1. Bisbee, the lefty, out of the windup. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. 2 away after the fly out and the ground out to Bisbee on the mound.
Jennifer's watching, cheering on Stone. More comments, please. That'd be great.
Yeah. Roll them in. Let us know where you're watching from. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss again, and it's 1-2.
That's a healthy hack. Adams out of the 9-hole. He's going after it.
Tell you what, on a night like tonight, we really appreciate these brand new windows.
Can see everything.
We really can. comes the 1-2 from Bisbee. Breaking ball got him to stare at it, and one time through the lineup, 9 up, 9 down for Titus Bisbee. Panthers coming back to the plate in the bottom of 3. You're watching the 7 AAA District Tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookeville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine, your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show. And you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Amanette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335 where we soar higher.
We're having fun in Baxter tonight. It's a 3-0 lead for Stone Memorial. Open it up here in the bottom of 3. Coming to the plate, 4, 5, and 6. Titus Bisbee, Kyle Hinch, and Tanner Bowman. Will Thomas on the mound for the Warriors. This one swung on by Bisbee, drifting into left center, but the center fielder, Tanner Bowman, is out there to make the catch for out number 1.
Well, it's a really good job.
That's Caden Siebers.
It's a really good job by Will Thomas to rally back. We mentioned, is he about to get the hook because of the external circumstances? Well, right now, I don't think you can come take him out of the game with how he's throwing for a Sparta team that still has a chance in this game. Now, I got to figure out Titus Bisbee, who's dealing on the other end, but he's given them a chance after a big first inning for the Panthers.
First pitch in to Kyle Hinch, and that one misses low and outside for ball 1. Hinch walked his first time up, was stranded at third base back in the first when Thomas came on and struck out the next 2 batters. That one's in there for a called strike, 1-1.
Thomas hanging right about 80. He's 79 on that fastball.
We mentioned the importance of this game win. You play Upperman Saturday at 10 or 12:30 as that one misses inside for ball 2. If you lose, you fall to the loser's bracket. Play tomorrow night at 7 o'clock against Livingston Academy, who played yesterday but lost to Cumberland County 9-7. Here's the 2-1. That one, ground ball left side. Bianchi charging, took a wild hop. A good throw, and it's in time to get the out.
They did a really nice job there, I think, recognizing it was going to bounce where that grass meets the dirt, and he kind of slammed the brakes on that charge, and it did hop up real quick to him, and he made a nice throw over to first.
2 gone now, and Tanner Bowman, the center fielder for the Panthers, will step to the plate. Will Thomas find a little bit of stride here? 4 in a row. He's retired.
Well, shutout yesterday for White County. Their pitchers are throwing well. Just had that blip in the first inning, and Stone was able to really execute small ball to perfection. Just one combined hit right now in this ball game.
It was Gage Eldridge, the RBI single, the only hit so far. That one back up the middle, and it looked like a little self-preservation from Thomas. Bounces off of Walker. We've got some mixed opinions. We're going to go with the hit.
I'm giving you PD signal. Don't worry about it. I'm not even looking at the rest of the press box. I got the PD in the PD Goolsby press box. And that's why the reason it's a hit, in my opinion, is because that thing spun sideways as it hit the ground.
And now a throw to first base, and Adams wasn't paying attention. They're going to send the runner all the way to third, and then they'll take a look. And the throw just now coming in. Adams wasn't even looking at Thomas on the mound.
Yeah, that wasn't on Adams. Adams and Bowman were having a conversation at first, and Thomas just fired the ball over to him. And that allows 2 free bags, and that gives Stone a potential huge insurance run into scoring position just 90 feet away.
And Bowman was standing on the bag, so he was in no danger of being thrown out. Hadn't even taken his lead yet. But they were trying to catch him off guard. Schaefer Sitton is at the plate.
And sometimes that could be you're wondering, how does that even happen? Sometimes, I don't know if this is what happened, pre-game you say, hey, we're going to try to catch him. They like to lean off the bag and things like that, but you just never know. But it was certainly not what they had envisioned on that one.
Big swing and a miss by Schaefer Sitton. So he struck out his first time up. He was the second batter to face Thomas back in the first. This one swung on and missed, and quickly had 0-2.
That's a rally back for Thomas. Those 2 pitches were very good.
He can go anywhere here on 0-2 with 2 away. Goes inside again, gets him to swing right through. Will Thomas sits him down. It's the third strikeout of the day for Thomas. Strands another runner. Still 3-0 through 3, heading to the fourth. You're watching the 7 AAA District Baseball Tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
Quickly into the fourth, 3-0 game, still Memorial on top. White County coming back to the plate, second time through, back to the top of the lineup. 1, 2, 3, Gage Walker, Austin Pianki, Eli Smith, Titus Bisbee, really good through the first time through.
He's been sensational. Will Thomas on the other end in relief, early relief, has been sensational. This is a well-played game happening so far. A couple of mistakes for Sparta, 2 errors on the board. There we
Ball
go.
hit well out to left and took a terrible angle at it. Did Sitton. He didn't realize it was so well hit. That one is all the way to the wall. Second, looking for third is Walker. He will slide in safely, and it's a leadoff triple for Gage Walker.
Yeah, Sitton that time just didn't read it. He's got a couple of tremendous plays in left field. That one, he ran forward and in, and that ball was tanked into left field and skipped. If it was a little worse hit, he may have scored a home run because it hit so hard off that fence that it gave him a bounce back. And now all of a sudden Sparta, of which always has a big contingent in maroon and gray, they're now in it. It's gut check time. Perfect game is gone. Got to find a way to knuckle down here.
One time through, he was perfect. 9 up, 9 down. First pitch in the fourth inning goes to the wall from Walker, and they've got to run 90 feet away with Austin Pianki at the plate.
Now that ball's a base hit either way, but they get a couple of extra bases, Sparta will take it.
And the good block up there by Talon Hurd behind the plate, which is obviously very important now with the runner 90 feet away.
Man, the catchers in this district are so good.
Yeah.
Talon Hurd is a brick wall back there.
We'll see a couple of them coming up tomorrow as well, 4 and 7 o'clock. Here's the 1-0. That one
great pitch.
Inside and a called strike.
It's a great pitch. That inside corner, inside part has been there both ways for the home plate umpire, and so starting to see those breaking balls come in because there's not much you can do with that if you're able to locate it.
Nobody out, runner on third for White County, now threatening here in the fourth. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, foul ball, 1-2.
And that's all Bisbee is looking for, 1 out. You get 1 out, you've been able to strike out a couple so far, 3 punch outs. Settle in, now you got a couple of big-time bats. Pianki at the plate, Smith and Gentry, they can do real damage.
So the 3 runs across in the bottom of the first, the difference right now. Here's the 1-2. And the swing, it's dropped. Hurd finds it, looks to third, throw to first. In time, just barely to get the speedy Pianki.
I'll tell you, that is a great play behind the plate for Talon Hurd because he's behind the plate. The runner's running right down the middle of the base path. He can't just rip it down there because it's going to hit him in the back and a run's going to score. Lofts it up just in time. That is a really, really underrated play. Remember that one later on.
So the strikeout by Pianki is the first out of the inning. Eli Smith popped out to short his first time up to end the first, and that is a big swing and a miss.
He was trying to put that thing up 385 feet. And no small ball for Sparta. That is a little surprising. We didn't see a bunt from Pianki, who's got plenty of speed.
And taking a wide angle over there at third is Walker way into foul territory. Swinging at this one, it's going to be a foul ball. Really reached for it. And now Smith is behind 0-2 with 1 out.
And I tell you, the difference between facing a guy who's throwing a shutout, down 3 and 3-1 is huge. You don't need all 3 of them here if you're Sparta, so I am surprised no bunt even shown here for the Warriors. And I know it's the big bats, but, man, a run would be critical, and maybe they get one here the old-fashioned way.
0-2 to Smith. Bisbee delivers. Looking for the outside. Didn't get the call. It's 1-2. Walker over there at third. Let it off with the triple. Sitton didn't quite play it well in left field as he was charging in hard, and it was hit well over his head. Comes the 1-2. And a swing and a miss, another drop third. Hurd again, a look to third, a good throw to first, and back-to-back Ks now for Titus Bisbee.
And that is back-to-back tremendous ABs for Bisbee. Another good throw down. Bisbee comes to cover home. The fundamental game right now is being won by Stone. We saw it in the first inning. You've seen it here in the bottom half, or in the top of the fourth, rather. And now you don't have an opportunity to play small ball if you're Sparta. Nobody got able to even get a ball up into the air into the outfield to score that run from third.
Yeah, they saw the small ball in the first from the Panthers, reaching on the air, the walk, and then you had the single, but then you had a sac bunt that scored another run. That was that third run that came across. 2 outs now with the runner on third. Swinging first pitch, popping it up is Cole Gentry. Behind second base is Templeton, and he makes the catch. So they strand the runner at third after the leadoff triple. What a job by Titus Bisbee, and able to sit him down. We head to the bottom of 4, 3-0 lead for Stone Memorial. You're watching the 7 AAA District Tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this beautiful 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom home located in the quaint Magnolia Creek subdivision. Explore tiny home living in this 1,008 square foot home. Built in 2023, this kitchen has all stainless steel appliances and beautiful countertops. This home has a back porch, carport, and extra storage room. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191. The Crouch team with Islands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
3-0 lead for Stone Memorial as they come back to the plate here in the bottom of 4. 8-9-1. Drake Scarborough, Cade Wilson back to the top. Griffin Templeton. That one misses inside from Will Thomas, who's still on the mound in relief of Wyatt Diltz, who got the start. Thomas walked a couple of batters in the second, able to get out of it. Gave up a base hit there in the third, able to get out of it as well. He's been pretty solid here in relief.
He's given White County a chance in this one, and baseball is a game of little moments, little ABs, little plays, and we saw Stone execute them perfectly in the first. We saw Sparta unable to do that in the fourth. Still certainly time, but that's the difference right now on the scoreboard. When each team has had a kind of one inning where they threatened, and we saw Stone break through. Sparta wasn't able to there.
He walked back-to-back batters, and Cade Wilson and Griffin Templeton back in the second. He's 3-0 behind here. That one is a called strike. 3-1 now to Drake Scarborough.
That's a 3-0 strike, yeah.
Generous one there for Thomas. We'll see if he can take advantage. He cannot. And that will be the third walk issued by Will Thomas. Drake Scarborough finds his way aboard, and we just talked about it. Maybe for White County, you expected to see some small ball there in that last inning after the leadoff triple.
You're about to.
Fully expect to see some small ball here from Coach Stokes.
Yeah, you're about to here, and this is very interesting because how many times do we see a team unable to capitalize in the top half of an inning, and in the bottom half, the game break open? I would be stunned if you don't see a bunt attempt at some point here for the Stone Memorial Panthers.
Maybe look at one and then put one down afterwards with a runner over at first.
Coach Stokes is going to drop that bunt down.
Cade Wilson's at the plate. He reached on a walk his last time up. He watches that first one. It's a ball for 1-0.
Well, and the one strike was a borderline call, you also maybe just want to force him to throw a strike before you do anything. We'll wait and see, though.
Runner at first takes his lead in Scarborough. Nobody out here in the bottom of 4. Thomas delivers. That one good. Block up by Seal.
Yeah, Seal's been really good. There's been a couple that got behind him, but it could be more. He's been able to block it up really well behind the dish so far.
Gentry is playing shallow over there at third and on the grass. Couple of steps in. Thomas adjusting on the mound.
Yeah, you just need to take a deep breath if you're Will Thomas here. Get back in the zone. Control the controllables, right? All you can do is worry about throwing strikes. Got to find a way to put it across the plate.
He's struggled. He got a gift on that last AB. Still walked the batter. Now it's 2-1 after that one's across for a strike.
And he's been on the margins this whole outing. He's not been putting it right over the heart of the plate for the most part. So that time it's close, but he gets the call.
Check to first. Back in time.
Now that was a really nice move over to first.
We saw it in the last inning. Tanner Bowman singled. He was standing on first base. Thomas trying to catch him off guard, threw it into foul territory. That one will miss upstairs, and it's 3-1.
That was quick. It's all about the element of surprise for a right-handed pitcher, and that time he ripped it over, but a heads-up play by the runner to get back.
Nobody out here for the Panthers. Runner on first after the walk issued to Scarborough. Cade Wilson at the plate. And he's going to draw a walk as well, and it's back to the top of the lineup now for the Panthers with still nobody out.
Yeah, and you got a little bit of a problem here. If you're in that White County dugout at 42 pitches, you realize if you lose this game, you're going to have to play 1 tomorrow, 2 on Saturday to do what you want to do. Under 50, probably come and get him. But that equation working in your mind, how many arms do you have, who do you want available, et cetera, et cetera.
Now one's upstairs, and it's 1-0 to Griffin Templeton, who has reached a couple of times, reached on an error in the first, on a walk in the second.
And recognizing this game isn't over, but if a couple come across the score and it's 5-0, it starts to feel like, man, is this game over?
There's a little stern around there in that White County dugout as they try to figure out what they want to do with the runners on first and second. Templeton swings at this one and fouls it off.
If you pitch more than 75, you're not pitching again in this tournament.
Yep.
So that's
And that's why this tournament, the way it's set up, is so difficult for the teams that lose in this game. You get a win yesterday.
You're better off to lose yesterday than to lose today. It's that simple.
You get a win yesterday. You have to win today to make it worth your time. And so White County needs a comeback. Already using 2 arms yesterday. Granted, not as many pitches probably as they normally would need with the run rule victories. That one's fouled off, and it's 1-2 now to Griffin Templeton.
Well, I'm just butchering the scoreboard right now. Apologies. We'll get it.
Mentioned White County. They won the play-in game in quotations against DeKalb County 14-0. As this one is drilled out to right center by Templeton and down. This one's getting all the way to the wall. It's going to score at least 2. Templeton just now getting to second. He's looking for 3, and it is going to be a stand-up 2 RBI triple for the leadoff man, Griffin Templeton.
What a great piece of hitting there. He works the count to 1-2, gets something to hit, and rips it into the gap. Able to get past the center fielder. I mean, Coach Stokes, wisely with nobody out, didn't want to push his luck, but that had a chance to be an inside the Parker if he decided to send him. And now, at 45 pitches, it may be time for a change for White County.
And so they are going to make a visit to the mound. Will Thomas out there right now, and it's another call to the bullpen at 45 pitches. Will Thomas is going to head out. Nope, he's going to head to the dugout. We'll let you know who it is when we come back. Presented by Gentry's Power Equipment. You're watching the 7 AAA District Baseball Tournament.
Finding that missing shin guard, remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
SwallowsInsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do. Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Athletics on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer with a huge selection of outdoor power equipment including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR. Discover this stylish and modern 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with an open split bedroom floor plan designed for comfort and convenience. With 3,318 square feet under one roof, plus a bonus room over the garage and 1,400 square foot basement. Located in the Brookstone subdivision, this home is just minutes from Cookeville. The builder is also offering up to 3% in closing cost assistance. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145.
So they turn to Gage Walker, the second baseman, now on the mound for the White County Warriors. Third pitcher used today for White County, trying to save those arms, especially if you're not able to mount the comeback. You really need those arms working through the losers bracket starting tomorrow. Now down 5-0 after the 2 RBI triple by Griffin Templeton. Talon Hurd comes to the plate, the first batter that Walker will face.
It's been a while since Gage Walker has pitched. We tried to go back through it in the commercial break, couldn't find his last outing, so
first pitch swinging by Hurd. That one is heading for the gap. The left fielder making a nice play on it. Throw coming in all the way home, and everybody's going to stay where they are. A nice play out in left made by Wyatt Diltz, who is now out there after starting the game on the mound.
And I say that to say, even his warm-ups, pretty good stuff. 75-mile-an-hour fastball, was trying to work a slider. Wasn't able to locate that very much in the warm-ups, but we'll see if he's able to change some things up here against a Stone team that's seeing it well. They've got the 5 runs across. They're looking to put it away here in the 4th.
First pitch in there is a ball to Gage Eldridge, who had the RBI single in the first. He came around to score the 3rd run of the game for the Panthers, who have played it 2 more since. Here's the 1-0. Swinging at the high cheese. It's 1-1.
Yeah, that was an eye-high fastball that he went after.
And Gage Eldridge is one of the tallest guys, if not the tallest guy out there. It was up there.
He's a big boy. He
can move, though.
He can move. He's a big
still
boy.
third base.
He's
He
a
got
beast.
a tremendous jump. Here's the 1-1. Great breaking ball, but it misses for ball 2.
Somebody going to have to tell me where that pitch missed. That looks sweet.
Thought it was pretty good.
That was sweet.
One gone here after the fly out by Hurd. Still a runner on third in the form of Templeton. The 2-1. Another breaking ball. Bouncer back up the middle. Going to be a tough play. They come home with it. The play at the plate. Got him. Good flip by Walker to Seal, and Seal applies the tag to cut down Templeton.
That's a tremendous play by Walker and a really good tag by Seal as well. He's the second baseman every day, and that time he puts on the hat for the little flip over to the bag. That was a really, really nice play for Sparta as they hold it to 5-0. That's much more manageable than 6. Every run from here on out starts to make it feel insurmountable. That's a huge play for the Warriors defense.
So Eldridge reaching on the fielder's choice over at first. 2 away now in the inning. That one is a called strike on the outside corner to Titus Bisbee, who had the sack bunt back in the first. He flew out in the 3rd.
And he's pitching a gym on the other side, and he's got some run support to play with, so see if he can help his own cause.
Just the one base runner allowed so far on the misplay out in left field. This one hit hard right side. Second baseman there will flip to second for the easy out. And able to strand a runner in the process, but 2 more runs across for Stone Memorial. They lead it 5-0. We head to the 5th. You're watching the 7 AAA District Baseball Tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Proudly introducing Upper Cumberland Generators for all your home power solutions. Locally owned and operated, Upper Cumberland Generators are here to make sure you have peace of mind no matter the situation. With new and reliable generators. Call 931-265-1702 for more information or to order yours today. Upper Cumberland Generators is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
White County back to the plate here in the top of 5. 5, 6, and 7 due up for them. Caden Siebers, Colton Norris, and Kaysen Seal, as they're now looking for runs, trailing 5-0. Stone Memorial, another couple of runs across on the triple by Griffin Templeton that was ripped to right center. And you said it, he may have had a look at trying to stretch it to 4. He gets cut down at the plate anyways, and a good play on the mound by Gage Walker, who was able to come in, flip it to Kaysen Seal, and cut it down for that second out, and then able to get out of the inning.
Sparta's been good situationally defensively tonight. They could have been down probably 8 or 9-0 right now, but they've been able to manage it down to 5. The problem is on the other side, Titus Bisbee's been pitching a gem, and he's looking to continue that here. Now only needs 3 more innings, and if you win this game, you don't even really have to sweat the game. You take your best crack at Upperman, you throw one of maybe your 3rd guy, and you keep your number 1 and number 2 fresh for a potential second game on Saturday, and you're into the region tournament if you win that one. You lose it, good luck. You got to win 3 games to just get into the championship game of this tournament.
And Coach Stokes knowing that, obviously they got the bye here into this round, going with Titus Bisbee. He's been their number 1 all season long, and so they're expecting him to finish this one out. He's got the run support here. That one in there swung on, and it's quickly 0-2 to Colt Norris, the DH for the Warriors. And Bisbee right now starting the 5th at 39 pitches. He's been great.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, he's working clean. He's been in the zone. He's had some key strikeouts, gotten a little bit of trouble, and was able to work through it in the last inning. And then his offense, what did they do? Rewarded him with a couple of runs.
Bisbee misses upstairs on the breaking ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Norris, who struck out looking his first time up. Again, Bisbee had the perfect game going through 3, and then the first pitch that Gage Walker saw in the 4th ripped it to the wall in left field. That one grounded first base side and right on the bag. Stepping on it and making the outs is Kyle Hinch.
And Stone's defense been solid. Just the one kind of misplay out there and left. It was going to be a base hit anyway. They're able to get out of that trouble. So they're getting the play on the mound, some timely hits, really nice small ball. Through 4 1/3. Complete baseball being played right now by the Panthers.
And I misspoke. That was Caden Siebers at the plate, not Colt Norris. This is Colt Norris at the plate now, the designated hitter. He did strike out his first time up. Caden Siebers grounded out right back up the middle. This one swung on, fouled off, 0-1.
Sparta's, they've threatened one time. They're going to have to figure out a way to string some base runners together here, and that's easier said than done with the way Titus Bisbee's throwing.
Mentioned Bisbee, they were able to get the 4 runs against him, but only one of those was earned in that first game of the series in the regular season. That one misses for a ball, and it's 1-1. 3 wins in a row for White County, 2 against Stone Memorial, the one yesterday against DeKalb County in 5 innings. Bisbee brings it home, another foul ball, and it's 1-2. And I did look it up. Trent Wilson, he pitched yesterday, but he only threw 54 pitches. So he would be available for a Saturday game.
Keep him right under,
if they make it to Saturday.
The math is on. It's that time of year, and this tournament makes it even weirder.
That breaking ball drops in the dirt. 2-2 here to Colt Norris. Again, you win today, you play Upperman Saturday. If you lose today, you got to win tomorrow at 7 to keep your season alive against Livingston Academy. And White County, who played DeKalb County yesterday, would try to get the job done against the Wildcats. This one hit right side of the infield over there, making the play at second base for the second out of the inning is Cade Wilson.
The exception of the triple, really nothing barreled up for White County in this one. Bisbee's kept him off balance, kept it away. See that off the end of the bat there. And he's just been able to keep everything in the infield, and his defense has backed him up.
Still just the 1 base runner and the 1 base hit so far today from Gage Walker. Stepping in now, Kaysen Seal, the catcher for the Warriors. With 2 away here in the top of the 5th. He'll call time and step out, trying to throw off the timing of Bisbee on the mound, who is obviously been efficient. 46 pitches, 2 outs here into the 5th, and he's going to call time again.
Hey, Jacob, you know what you should do before you buy a new car or truck?
What should he do?
You should don't buy it till you call Jason Fye.
There you go.
At Watson Chevy. We appreciate them for being the presenting sponsor of our entire media network.
This one swung on, up and out of play. They've been our presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network for some time now.
Over about 18 months, about a year and a half. Appreciate them being with us here. We don't do what we do without them and all the other sponsors you hear from. Certainly Gentry's Power Equipment.
Absolutely.
This postseason, and every time we're in Baxter, Gentry's Power Equipment is going to be a part of it.
It's 0-1 here to Kaysen Seal as he chokes up on the bat. Bisbee brings it home. The breaking ball.
Ooh.
Looks like it caught Hurd.
Yeah.
He was taking a second.
It
He's
took
going
an
to walk it
awkward-
off.
Took an awkward bounce, maybe off the shoulder or somewhere else. He's taking a lap.
So 1-1 now to Kaysen Seal, and mentioned Gentry's Power Equipment, been the presenting sponsor of Upperman Athletics all season long. Football, basketball, both boys and girls, and baseball. And now here into the postseason, every broadcast that we do.
Unbelievable. I mean, just I mentioned earlier, I was in there today. It's great folks you can trust. They're not going to, give you the runaround. They know their stuff. So you go in there, you got questions, go in there. I'm not going to pressure you. I'm going to give you the information you need, and then all your outdoor power equipment needs right there at Gentry's Power Equipment on Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville.
So Talon Hurd runs out to the mound. He takes a second, has a chat with Titus Bisbee, his pitcher. And he's ready to go. 1-1 count here with 2 away in the top of the 5th. Cookeville leads Stewart's Creek 1-0 in the top of the fourth.
It's going to be a good district tournament.
That one
Cookeville
is
ran
gonna
the
be
table, but that's a really good district.
Here's the 1-1.
It's a credit to Cookeville in their play this season. They were able to do what they did in district play, but it doesn't get easier into that district tournament. It's a Cookeville team trying to get into the region and finally make some noise there.
Young team last year that seems like they've found a stride this year.
We're going to be seeing a lot of Gordonsville Tigerettes who are about to dominate their way to a 1A title this postseason as well.
And the reason we know that score, Goose, he was here for the Upperman game, stayed for the start of this one. Now he is at Cookeville, so all kinds of coverage coming to UpperCumberlandReporter.com. 3-1 here to Sealed. Bisbee brings it home, swing and a miss. Actually, a foul tip, and it's 3-2.
Just barely able to tip that one and stay alive here. And for Sparta, 2 outs, just get a base runner. Get one at a time. It's been a struggle. They've had one so far in the game. They got to find a way to get on.
Just the second 3-ball count for Bisbee on the mound. Here is the payoff, and he misses outside. First walk drawn by the Warriors today with 2 outs here in the 5th.
And you may call me crazy here. I don't hate a Wyatt Diltz bunt here, even though it's 2 outs. If you were trying to put a little bit more pressure on, see if you can get one down that third base line with how far off Eldridge is playing back there at third. He's kind of stepping up here now, but
comes back in.
I don't hate a bunt, but given how little solid contact has been had in this game, you got to find a way to put some pressure on. Maybe hope they airmail something over to first, and you're able to score a run that way.
So Diltz is at the plate. That one is a called strike on the inside corner,
but if you don't bunt with a runner at third and nobody out, I don't think you're going to bunt in this situation either.
Yeah, and Coach Stokes had Eldridge come in. He backed off a little bit, now back in, playing just in on the grass, a couple of steps in. 2 away here in the top of 5. Bisbee out of the stretch for just the second time today. This one popped up.
That's tough.
Drifting foul. Eldridge giving chase, and he makes the catch in foul territory for out number 3. They strand the runner at first. 2 runners stranded by the Warriors. It's a 5-0 lead for Stone Memorial, with the Panthers coming back to the plate in the bottom of 5. You're watching the 7 AAA District Baseball Tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Proudly introducing Upper Cumberland Generators for all your home power solutions. Locally owned and operated, Upper Cumberland Generators are here to make sure you have peace of mind no matter the situation. With new and reliable generators. Call 931-265-1702 for more information or to order yours today. Upper Cumberland Generators.
Turf Masters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turf Masters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Real Estate Collective is a team of experienced, licensed real estate agents serving the entire Upper Cumberland region. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, the RICO team is ready to serve you. With a focus on people over profits, you can rest assured the Real Estate Collective can help make your real estate dreams a reality. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Stone Memorial starts it here in the bottom of 5. 5, 6, and 7 due up for him. Kyle Hinch, Tanner Bowman, Schaefer Sitton due up here in the inning. Still on the mound, Gage Walker, as he is in relief of Will Thomas, who relieved Wyatt Diltz. First pitch swinging right side. Adams there. Flip to Walker. Steps on the bag. Pretty play for the Warriors defense.
Pretty play indeed. Walker was flying off the mound. He hit that first base bag with authority. And for Sparta, they're trying to keep it right where it is. For Stone, man, you put 1 or 2 more on here, you can really start to feel good about advancing onto the semifinal round in the winner's bracket.
3 runs in the first for Stone Memorial, 2 more in the fourth, 1 out here in the 5th, and Tanner Bowman's at the plate. That one is a ball inside. Bowman today singled, struck out. He's 1 for 2.
I mean, if you just looked at the stat line outside of the runs, you'd think this is a 0-0 ball game. 4 combined hits, 3 for Stone, 1 for Sparta. But really, the situations tonight, the situational baseball has leaned one way heavily towards Stone Memorial, and they've been able to come through in the clutch and had a great game on the other side as well.
This 2-0 pitch will miss high and inside, 3-0, and You said it, only 3 hits, but 2 of those have driven in 3 runs for Stone Memorial so far.
And there's been a couple of times where this has happened, where all of a sudden, for really every pitcher for Sparta tonight, the control was kind of fleeted, and there's been a walk or 2, and then that situational baseball has really shined through.
6 of them issued today by White County pitching. That one's a called strike in the inside corner. 2 issued by Diltz, who got the start. Thomas came in. He issued 4 of them, as he issued 2 in the second, 2 more in the fourth, and that's when he got the pull after the triple, as that one's fouled off.
And they've just, really, all the pitchers today have been trying to hit that inside corner over and over and over again for Sparta. It's been a point of emphasis, clearly.
They're getting the call.
Right.
Bisbee's been working it.
Conventional wisdom, we see guys go outside a lot. They're all coming inside.
Walker's trying to get it now. Payoff. Swing and a miss. Foul tip back into the mitt, actually. Bowman got a piece of it, but a nice catch behind the plate by Seal. The first strikeout of the day for Gage Walker.
That's a great comeback for Walker. 3 pitches, none of them particularly close. You rally back 3 straight strikes and get the big punch out. That's nicely done on the mound.
2 away now, and Schaefer Sitton will be at the plate, 0 for 2 with a couple of Ks. First pitch swinging out of the play.
I'd say he had a tremendous play in left. Sparta could have 1 run right now, able to jump up and make the grab as the ball kept flying further and further. Thought it was a pop fly off the bat. It ended up almost getting out of here.
Swing and a miss there.
Well, rally back by Walker.
Had the misplay after, of course, which was the only hit so far for White County. Behind 0-2 is Sitton as Walker trying to go quickly through here in the 5th. That one just outside, and 1-2.
I love that frame job by Seal because the ball was well outside and he still brings it back. Give me a chance at it, Blue.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away here in the bottom of 5. The pitch popped up, foul territory, drifting. Adams giving chase, runs out of room, and it bounces right in front of him. We'll try 1-2 again.
He got closer than I thought he was. Off the bat, had a chance to get out of play.
He was just about to the warning track there, just past the first base dugout here in Baxter. Of course, big field in Baxter, 325 down the foul lines, 345 in the power alleys, 375 dead center. 1-2 pitch. Upstairs for ball 2.
Pretty good pitch. It's a better take, but man, I like that at 1-2. Work it up top, see if we can get a swing and a miss.
White County needs zeros on the board the rest of the way from Stone Memorial. Then they got to get the bats going. Here comes the 2-2. And we'll do it again.
Heads up.
Ooh, got the bleachers.
I think he got the field house. Oh, no, I got the bleachers. You're right.
Great crowd on hand. Mentioned Upperman playing Cumberland County in the first game, beat them 8-4. It was a great game. It was a 4-2 lead for Cumberland County, and then 6 unanswered by the Bees to get out of there with a victory and into the semifinals. And they had a great crowd, of course, being the home team. That one fouled off again. And now it's White County.
There's a little
Stone
juice.
Memorial.
There's a little juice for White County's fan base after their little their win streak here, 3 in a row.
Called strike 3, able to get out of it. 3 up, 3 down for Gage Walker on the mound, and the bats coming back to the plate in the 6th. 5-0 lead for Stone Memorial. This is the 7 AAA baseball tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team represents a dedicated group of individuals possessing a wealth of expertise in land and farm sales. They possess a range of resources at their disposal, all aimed at showcasing the innate qualities of each property. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
So it's a change on the mound for Stone Memorial. Titus Bisbee at 54 pitches gets pulled for Griffin Templeton, and the reason why, he can pitch on a Saturday game, assuming you get through this one. That's a big assumption. Obviously, you're up 5-0 here in the top of 6, but this White County team playing with a little bit of fire. We'll see what they can do in these final 2.
Well, if you're White County, you're saying thank you, God, that you get away from Titus Bisbee the way he's throwing. For Stone, this makes sense, and you may think this is so he could pitch against Upperman. I don't think so. I think it's so if you beat Upperman, great. If you lose, you have him available in a 3 o'clock elimination game where you have your number 1 guy on the mound against a different team who's had to play 2 additional games, 3 total in the tournament than you have played getting to that point. So that chess match is on. I may be wrong. It may be Bisbee if they win this game in game 1. I'd be surprised. I think he's there either for that game at 3 or if you win it on Monday.
Well, Templeton pumps in a first strike to Griffin Adams, who leads it off 9-1-2. Griffin Adams, Gage Walker, Austin Pianki for White County. And we mentioned for White County and for Gage Walker, he hadn't pitched in some time. Griffin Templeton has not pitched in some time for the Stone Memorial team as that one misses for ball 1.
And if nothing else, what Coach Stokes is trying to do is give himself options, to have different options available in a 5-0 lead. But if you don't win this game, that's a tough pill to swallow after a guy's throwing a 1-hitter and allowed only 1 base runner.
Changes in the field for Stone Memorial as well. Cade Wilson is at short. He comes from second base. Schaefer Sitton goes to second base. Bisbee out to left with Templeton to the mound, who is now behind 3-1.
And you hear it already. The White County dugout is way louder. They feel like they've got new life because of this change. I'm not saying they do, but that's a big risk considering how well that kid's throwing. And if you lose this game, man, you're in a rough spot.
3-1. That's a called strike to make it 3-2. And to your point, Titus Bisbee through 5 innings of work, only allowed 2 base runners, 1 hit and 1 walk.
Big pitch here.
He had 5 Ks. Here is the payoff from Templeton. Swing and a miss. Worked all the way back for the first out of the inning.
79 on the gun. He brought the fastball. That is a huge punch out. If he's able to just come in and work clean, I'm also interested to see. I guess it doesn't matter. He can have 1 day of rest, so he can throw as much as he needs to get through the next 2 innings.
Of course, you win this game, you play Upperman Saturday at 10 or 12:30. You lose, and you play Livingston Academy tomorrow night at 7. And that's an elimination game. 1 out in the inning, back to the top. Gage Walker at the plate. He fouls that one up and out of play. Walker ripped a triple his last time up. Sitton, who's now at second base, misplayed it a little bit out and left. He was running hard in, didn't really read it well off the bat. And it made it all the way to the wall. Either way, I think it's down. It was hit well. Here comes the 0-1 from Templeton. That one spiked.
Yeah, didn't come out of his hand clean at all. It was 80 for the 15 feet it was in the air for. That
Templeton, the shortstop normally. Leadoff guy as well. He's got a triple in this game, the 2 RBI triple, which is looking like the insurance right now. Obviously, Stone will try to add some more coming up in the bottom of the inning. These are the final chances right now for White County here in the top of the 6th and 7th. That one misses. It's ball 2.
And every coach is a little different how they approach these situations. Every coach obviously has different levels of pitching throughout. You see what Coach Stokes is rolling with here today.
2-1. That's inside, ball 3. Back-to-back batters that Templeton has gotten behind at 3 balls.
And you've also seen the inverse of when you're losing, what Sparta had to do, coming in and getting Dilts before he hit 25 pitches so he would be available tomorrow if they weren't able to put a comeback together.
3-1 here to the leadoff batter, Walker, for the Warriors. Templeton delivers. That's ball 4. First base runner aboard. We'll see now. We'll see now what White County decides to do with one out and a runner on first base. They had a runner on third a couple of innings ago back in the fourth. That was Gage Walker, unable to bring him home. Check to first. At the plate now is Austin Pianki. He's 0 for 2, fly out and a strikeout so far. Templeton brings it home. That's ball one.
I'm going to get an answer from Wes Shanks in the commercial break on why this bracket is the way that it is. I'm going to put Coach through the ringer here. We're going to get an answer. One way or the other, we're going to figure this out.
Check to first again, back in safely.
If nothing else, I'm going to get answers. I'm the journalist for a reason here. You're a broadcaster, Jacob. I'm a journalist. We're going to figure this out.
It's 1-0 to Austin Pianki at the plate. Couple of checks over to Gage Walker. They're really paying close attention to him over at first base. They know he's got the speed. They check again. And you mentioned it, that White County team, they're into it now. They got guys standing up over there in the dugout.
The energy changed immediately. It was new life. Titus Bisbee had taken away all the morale from the White County Warriors. He was
really
cruising.
Good. Here's the 1-0 from Templeton. And foul ball, 1-1. Templeton has come in. He got a strikeout against Griffin Adams, but he was behind. Had to work his way back. Walker draws the walk.
If you're White County, it's going to be now. Walker, top of the order. Pianki, and then Smith and Gentry. Those are your two power guys. It's go time if you're the Warriors.
Peek over to first for Templeton. Brings home the 1-1. That one good pick by Hurd. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. And Templeton struggling to find the strike zone right now.
Yeah, he is. He's been able to find it a couple of times. Was able to rally back in that strikeout, but he got a generous call on that strikeout as well, if I recall.
2-1. Breaking ball, called strike. Strike 2.
Right on cue. That was the best pitch so far that he's had. That is a nice breaking ball. Totally froze Pianki.
First time we've seen it. Obviously, Pianki, first time he's seen it as well.
Another place, though, that Sparta doesn't attempt small ball in any way, shape, or form.
Check to first.
And Pianki has plenty of speed. I mean, that usually is a bunt spot.
Well, I mentioned it. They didn't do it when Walker was over at third with nobody out. They're not doing it here with 1 out and a runner at first. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Templeton on the mound, and now 2 away here in the 6th.
Yeah, it's a great job by Templeton. He got a little wild there. A couple of pitches, got behind, rallies back, and that was a really nice fastball after the breaking ball. You put that into mind. Is this going to be the breaking ball? Nope, it's the high heat, and he can't catch up.
Eli Smith steps in. He's the right fielder for White County. And again, just down to 4 outs now for the Warriors and their chances of winning this ball game. They got to get runs across, down 5-0. There's been a total of 4 hits in this game.
And so far, this has just been a really great all-around game for Stone Memorial.
Yeah.
This is how you win playoff games. This is how you got to play to win postseason games, and they've been able to do it so far.
Smith 0 for 2, pop out to short and a strikeout his last time up. Hurd keeps it in front for the moment. Throw to second on the run, but taking second base will be Gage Walker. No chance for Talon Hurd.
How did he get that throw even remotely on target? That was the Patrick Mahomes rolling
Very
out.
athletic catcher is what that
sidearm
is.
chuck it.
And now you'll have a visit to the mound in Templeton with a runner in scoring position. If you're White County, you have to get that run across. You don't know if you're going to have that opportunity coming up in the 7th.
So far, it doesn't look like it was a bad move for Coach Stokes. He may not be as dominant right now, but to have your number 1 in your back pocket could be very valuable if you're able to get to Saturday knowing you could end up playing 2. Having him, man, that'd be a huge advantage no matter who they end up facing.
It's a 1-0 count here to Eli Smith at the plate. Runner on second is Walker. He's looking for 3 now. Hurd pops out of his glove, and that'll be a stolen bag for Gage Walker.
And I was wondering where this was going to come for Sparta. It's a playoff game. You got to start putting pressure on somehow and swipe a couple of bags with a quick runner. And all of a sudden, ball in play, down for a hit. It's going to score a run.
It's 2-0 now to Smith, and Templeton still struggling to find the zone. That one misses low, gets away from Hurd. Walker comes home, and he will score. So Walker takes second, takes third, and comes around to score the first run of the game for White County.
It's a great job by Walker and White County. That's why you play small ball. You get 90 feet away, good things happen. They happen there. And now see if that gives him some momentum. But Stone, you're able to build up that lead. You still got a 4-run advantage. That's plenty. And trying to find a way to find some strikes here, though, because Coming up next, Cole Gentry. He can send it out of here.
It's 3-0 now to Eli Smith, and we saw Cole Gentry and the power that he's got back in the second inning. If it weren't for a great catch by Schaefer Sitton, it may have gone out. Here comes 3-0, and that's upstairs. It is a walk issue to Eli Smith. Second walk issued by Templeton, and another base runner aboard here in the sixth. So Gentry back to the plate. The deep fly out in the second. He popped out to short his second time up in the fourth.
This is a big moment here for Stone. You have those 2 outs in your back pocket. You just get one. Who cares? You weren't that threatened. But a base hit for Gentry, and all of a sudden everything gets a little bit more intense down there.
5-1 the lead for Stone Memorial. 2 away here in the top of 6. There's a called strike in the outside corner. That is a much-needed strike for Griffin Templeton.
Yeah, and that's a more friendly spot for a pitcher. They've been trying to go inside over, get outside, get a couple of strikes. You miss, no problem out there. It just doesn't feel like you're trying to fit it into such a tight window with the batter standing right there in that right-handed batter's box.
Gentry looking down to Coach Norris, going through the play call.
I'd like to see that breaking ball again. Templeton threw it really well. They haven't gone to it.
Here's the 0-1. That one called strike on the outside corner, 0-2.
I know it was interesting because the people in gold went, ooh, on that one. That's when you know.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the sixth, then a runner on first. Already a run across for White County. That one in the dirt, gets behind Hurd, but didn't read it well over at first. Now deciding to take off and coming back again is Smith.
Yeah, if he would have taken off immediately, he's safe with ease. A wise decision after hesitating to come back to the bag.
Didn't quite see it. It got between the legs of Hurd and just kind of trickled behind.
Yeah, it was tucked behind the umpire.
Couldn't pick it up. So it's 1-2 now to Gentry at the plate. Trying to keep this inning alive.
And I really think this is how every game that doesn't feature Upperman is going to be in this tournament. It's going to feel tight.
Yeah.
There's going to be big situations. They're just so evenly matched.
Runner goes. Check swing, throw to second, not in time.
He absolutely offered at that pitch.
I think he did as well.
No appeal? Yeah. He absolutely offered at that pitch. His whole body offered at that pitch.
I never saw a point down to, which obviously the field umpire now, will they point?
Nope. Yeah, now they will.
Okay, so they say he did not offer. It's ball 2. And a stolen base for Eli Smith.
We saw a call in the last game, and with a home run on the next pitch, we'll see if Sparta can do the same thing.
2-2 with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position for the Warriors. Templeton brings it home, checks swing. Hurd will throw to first, and he gets him. Third strikeout of the day for Templeton. He strikes out 3 batters there in the inning. He strands a runner and a run across for White County, 5-1. Stone Memorial looking for insurance coming up in the bottom of 6. You're watching the 7 AAA District Tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media.
Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookeville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine, your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Aminette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
New pitcher on the mound for White County here in the bottom of 6. Caden Siebers takes the mound, misses for ball 1.
All right, Coach Shanks explained to me the thing. I appreciate him explaining it to me. I still hate it. I told him I hate it. So,
Drake Scarborough's at the plate. It's 2-0.
Nobody called me to ask what the bracket should be, but I did draw out a bracket for them. So if they want to change their minds, you're welcome to keep that, Coach. You can use it if you want. No, I doubt it.
It's 2-0 here to Scarborough.
Our friends in Livingston and Smithville won't like my bracket, but that's okay.
8-9-1 due up for Stowe Memorial here in the bottom of 6 as they look for insurance. Already 5 runs across, leading 5-1 now. They're looking to get that run back that White County got in the top half. 2-1 here. And that one's a called strike, 2-2.
Now, I know that this bracket was approved by the coaches, so I guess that's who my ire is drawn to. You're welcome. I at least got that answered.
2-2. Outside. Good block up by Seal, but the count runs to 3-2. And mentioned Upperman already moving on. They beat Cumberland County 8-4. They'll play Saturday at 10 or 12:30. Winner of this game will meet them on Saturday. Loser of this game will play Livingston Academy at 7. Cumberland County and DeKalb County will play tomorrow night at 4. Here's the payoff. Popped up in the infield. Ranging over is Pianki. He makes the catch.
Now, I will say this. If you win this game, you get rewarded with this bracket. That's for sure. You win this one. My problem is I think it's a punitive punishment and maybe a reward for not winning yesterday. But if you win, you are in a great spot by winning this game on this Thursday.
Kate Wilson steps in with one away.
I mean, you can, and this is a tournament that features a heavy favorite. There's really no pressure on you in that game because you're going to have such a huge arm advantage in that elimination game that you're going to feel great about your chances to win on Saturday at 3.
Mentioned Caden Siebers in relief again. 4th pitcher used today by White County. They're trying to keep their arms fresh. That breaking ball is a good one, and ahead now is Siebers 0-2. Siebers came in relief of Gage Walker, who went pretty cleanly. He did allow a couple of base runners, but they were on fielder's choice. And then he went 3 up, 3 down in the 5th. Here's the 0-2. Called strike 3. Got him to look at it. First strikeout of the day for Caden Siebers, and 2 away here in the 6th.
Yeah, he's had great stuff here out of the pen for White County. I mean, that back-to-back breaking ball is just nasty. Completely froze the hitter. And White County's pitchers have been good today. You really just got to tip your cap to the way Stone has played situationally in these big spots. They have capitalized. White County hasn't been able to. Going to be an interesting 7th inning, though, because White County's offense did show signs of a pulse in the top half.
That one gets away from Seal as Griffin Templeton is at the plate. We'll see if he comes out to the mound in the top of the 7th. He has reached base 3 times. Reached on an error, a walk, and then drove in 2 runs with a triple back in the 4th. He has scored a run. Siebers brings home the 1-0. Misses upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes to the leadoff man for the Panthers.
And in case you're wondering if I'm different when I was asking Coach Shanks about what I said. No, I told him I hate this bracket, just so we're clear. I was the exact same. I pulled no punches. It was the exact same.
2-0 is fouled back.
Sometimes people message Coach and be like, can you believe what they said? And I'm like, yeah, because I told it to his face. I told it to her face. She was probably worse what I said.
There's 2 gone here in the bottom of 6.
Be a 5-team district next year. That's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, 2-1. Popped up right side, and that'll be a foul ball. 2-2. Yeah, a 5-team district, you can get into a lot of different things. Sometimes you'll have a playing game into then a 3-game series.
DeKalb County leaving the district next year.
Yeah.
They're going to join a district with Macon County because that makes sense geographically. Instead of
yeah.
Upperman, 20 miles away.
Well, 20 miles might be generous. 2-2 is popped up. Seal makes the nice catch in foul territory for the final out of the inning. It's the final chance for White County when we come back in the top of the 7th. 5-1 the score. You're watching the 7 AAA District Baseball Tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
Final chance for White County coming up here in the top of 7. 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Warriors. Caden Siebers, Colton Norris, and Kason Seal against the Stowe Memorial Panthers, who have built a 5-1 advantage starting off here in the 7th. And we mentioned we wondered if we would see Griffin Templeton in the 7th. We will. He is on the mound again to try to finish this game out. He has come in relief of Titus Bisbee, who was absolutely tremendous through the first 5 innings in this ball game. Only allowed 2 base runners, a triple and a walk. He stranded them both. No runs. Only the one hit allowed. Templeton came in there. He gave up a run, but he had 3 strikeouts.
It's been a good baseball game tonight. Really, we've seen some nice plays, some good pitching. We've seen a couple of timely hits. And just really solid baseball all the way around. Hasn't been an error fest by any stretch of the imagination. And if this entire tournament is this way, we're going to have a lot of fun. We expect it to be a lot of close games, especially tomorrow. 2 elimination games back-to-back at 4 and 7. Cumberland County and DeKalb at 4. Loser of this game in Livingston Academy at 7. Backs against the wall. It's going to be a little different calculus. You got to do whatever you can do to win that game before you worry about your next one.
We mentioned why we thought this district tournament was a little bit flawed. Well, Cumberland County is playing in that game against DeKalb County tomorrow. DeKalb County has played 1 less game, and they only played 5 innings because they got beat 14-0. They have a lot more arms available than Cumberland County will.
But Cumberland County will have Eli Ostrander if they want to go that way.
This ball hit well out to right field, but right at the right fielder for out number 1 for Stowe Memorial. Nice catch out there and right by Drake Scarborough.
Well, and really a nice job by Stone tonight. There was not a lot of daylight between 2 and 6 all the way down in the district, but they're the 2 seed for a reason, and they've kind of shown off why. Been really solid throughout this baseball game.
And they lost to White County in the regular season, 4-3 and 8-5. White County was on a 3-game win streak entering tonight with the 14-0 win last night against DeKalb County, as that one misses outside for a ball to Colton Norris.
Yeah, you want to stay with that second out as long as possible if you're White County hitting the lower half of the order, as you look for a little bit of magic.
That one popped up, foul territory, giving chase. Adams overran it, tried to readjust, and couldn't make the catch. Beg your pardon, that's Hinch over there. And it's 1-1. He got there too quick.
Did.
So it's 1-1 now to Colton Norris at the plate. 0 for 2 so far, strikeout and a ground out. Be back here tomorrow, 4 and 7. Cumberland County and DeKalb County at 4 o'clock, and then Livingston Academy against the loser of this game at 7 to try to make it to Saturday. This one hit right side of the infield. Throw to first, and a pick out of the dirt. Nice play by Hinch at first base.
A really nice job by Hinch. That throw came in a little quick and further outside than he was expecting, but able to go and grab it for out number 2.
There was Schaefer sitting over there at second. He has come in from left field with all the changes, and Templeton going to the mound. So the 4-3 putout brings Kason Seal to the plate with 2 outs and the final chance for White County here in the top of the 7th. So White County got the win yesterday, 14-0. Now seems like they're down to their final chance unless they're able to extend. They would be playing against Livingston Academy with their season on the line tomorrow night at 7. Comes the 0-1 from Templeton. Called strike. And it's 0-2. He has worked much cleaner here in the 7th. He has a chance to close the door on the Warriors. The 0-2 inside.
Yeah, you just need one more pitch. If you're Griffin Templeton, you got no pressure, no traffic, a 4-run lead. You can put something right over the heart of the plate if you want and just dare him to try and touch it.
It's been a good baseball game. You mentioned it. It has been a quick baseball game as well. 5-1. We're an hour and 35 minutes in. And the White County Warriors down to their final strike. The 1-2 from Templeton, fouled off. We'll try it again. So Stone Memorial sitting on 12-14, looking for their 13th win of the season and a chance to take on Upperman for the third time this season. And that was the first series all the way at the start of district regular season.
It's a long time ago.
Here's
That was
the
before
1-2.
Upperman's full team was there.
Correct. And that is a swinging strike for the final out of the ball game. A nice job by Griffin Templeton to close it out. He finishes with 4 strikeouts in relief, and Stone Memorial wins it 5-1. They move into the winners bracket semifinals, where they will play Upperman on Saturday. White County falls to play Livingston Academy tomorrow night at 7 to keep their season alive.
Yeah, good baseball game and a really clinical effort by Stone Memorial. They come out, hit the first punch with a 3-run lead. They get a great start. I mean, a tremendous start by Titus Bisbee on the mound. 5 innings, 1 hit, 0 runs, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk, and more importantly, 54 pitches. He will be available to pitch on Saturday. Every arm for Stone is available on Saturday. They use the bye to their advantage, and they have a great chance to win at least 1 of 2 on Saturday and advance on into the region tournament. How about Templeton coming in relief? He gives them 4 strikeouts, just 2 walks, 1 earned run, no hits in 2 innings, and then at the plate, he goes 1 for 3 with a couple of RBIs as well. He's going to be the Nelson Trophy and screen printing player of the game.
How about that? From the Stone Memorial Panthers, a 5-1 victory. They improve to 13-14 on the season. White County falls to 11-16, and Stone Memorial avenges the regular season losses to White County just a couple of weeks ago. They get the job done here in game number 1, their game number 1 of the district tournament. So here's what's coming up next now. We'll update you on the bracket. Upperman will play Stone Memorial at 10 or 12:30 on Saturday. That is on the winners bracket semifinals. Winner of that game is automatically into the district championship coming up Monday at 5 o'clock. For Sparta, they fall to tomorrow in the losers bracket, where they will try to keep their season alive against Livingston Academy at 7 o'clock. That is after Cumberland County and DeKalb County play at 4 o'clock. Also an elimination game. The winners of those games will meet on Saturday at 10 or 12:30 to again try to keep their season alive, and will continue on to do so. These teams who have lost cannot lose anymore, or their seasons are done unless they get to Saturday at 3 and win that game.
Let's just call a spade a spade. It's advantage Livingston and DeKalb County. Lost yesterday, and they got a bye out of it. They're going to end up playing 1 less game than Sparta and Cumberland County. The bracket makes it so that the Jets and the Warriors are going to have to pull a little magic to be able to run their way through this tournament.
That's going to do it for us tonight. Appreciate you tuning in. Tune in tomorrow, 4 and 7 o'clock. CC against DeKalb at 4. Sparta against LA at 7. We'll be here for it. Facebook, YouTube, and FHS Network as well. For Noah McKay, I'm Jacob Vincent. Goose was out here today as well, saying so long from Baxter. We'll talk to you tomorrow.